We are recording. I believe so. Hey, what's up, Cam fam? Long time no see, at least you not seeing us. But Corona done did it. So we're not able to live stream like we usually do. But what we're doing is we just set up through Zoom. And so until we're able to meet again, we'll be meeting on Zoom and just recording this. And then so it's not live for you, but the very next day I'll go ahead and put this on YouTube so you can partake in the adventures of Wahuru. For those of you guys who are just seeing us and haven't followed our previous streams, this game that we're playing is a tabletop RPG called EverLore. It's something that I created, and it uses a system called the Balanced Gaming System, which is something that I made. It's a classless and level-less system, which promotes diversity and inclusion. There's a lot of stuff going on about that, but right now what you'll need to know is that you're following, well, we're a band of adventurers called Wahuru, and the stream EverMore with EverLore follows our misadventures through the world of Mythandria. So sit back and enjoy. Hopefully you do. The guys here are going to try to recap probably like the last 3 or 4 weeks because it's taken us a while to figure out how to get this all together. So we'll see how they do.
Wait.
But so Davey, you're going off camera.
Oh.
All right. So
first one would have been 3-5, right?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking probably. But Cam Fam, just so you know, there are 2 other members who hopefully will be joining us, to fill out the ranks of Wahuru. They should be joining us sometime soon. If not, we'll just, the show will go on. Okay. So let's see. Who all wants to try?
Ooh.
All right. We've got 2 people trying.
I'm not confident at all.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm not either, but I'm still try.
So Mike is 1-2. Caleb 3-4. I'm rolling it. 4.
Okay, it's me, finally. Okay. Last time on what do we
Oh dang.
Because I know it's EverLore, but what would we call this series?
EverMore with EverLore.
Yes, that's the stream's name.
That's...
Look, hold on, guys. It's on the shirt. EverMore with EverLore.
I know, but that's just our slogan. I didn't know that was what we were calling the stream.
Yeah, that's the name of it.
Okay.
All right. He got a little confused, Cam found, because we're on Twitch and Twitter and Instagram at EverLore Game, and our Twitch is actually twitch.tv/EverLore Game. So I can forgive him for that, but the actual name of the stream is EverMore with EverLore. So proceed.
Okay. I only have last week's and the week before, and so I'm gonna recap that. So the week before last week, the dwarves finished off the giant.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Then, if Mike, do you know anything before that?
Yeah, I could do a little something.
All right. Why don't you try to do a little bit before that?
Okay.
So if Cam found, I'll get you up to where the guys should be able to take over. Wahuru was traveling, and one of our members, Vandra, he had stayed back in the city of Starsong, and he actually had to figure out how to get his demon horse sort of paying attention to him again. And Zebulon did this ritual where he killed almost 20 slaves. And in that ritual, he was able to give Vandra an item to wrest control of the demon horse back. So Vandra left the city to come and find us, the rest of Wahuru. And during our journeys to, we were actually on our way trying to figure out how to get over to Chaluk'Sen. And hey, Uriah's about to join in, so hopefully he'll be able to help.
Hallelujah.
He's coming. He ain't here just yet. So along the way, Wahuru wound up. Hey, what's up, Uriah? Good to see you. We were just doing our recap, and I wanted you guys to see if you could recap back to the time where we were at the outpost for Star Song and got into the battle where we met Isildur and Himdall.
Oh, I can do that.
Okay. Let's see. We're at the outpost of Star Song. Oh, you talking about like when we had split up and then, well, not split up, but like I was away from the party and then had to catch up with y'all?
I just finished telling Cam Film about that, and so how you caught up with us at the outpost. And so if you guys, looks like 3 of you guys want to try now.
I'll try. Yeah, I want to try.
Oh, here. Yeah. All right. Okay. So, Caleb,
Yeah.
do you think you can pick up from that?
From where? Where were we at the Watchtower?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna bow out, man, because my notes, I can't understand it, so I ain't gonna try to.
Mike.
What's the point of writing notes if you'll like?
I'm saying, dude.
You can't use them.
See, Cam Fam, we have
detailed notes.
Cam Fam, we even made up these note sheets. Y'all probably can't see them right. Is that upside down? That's probably upside down. But
It
it's
is.
character projection sheets and everything.
And I still, y'all.
That's all kind of bad, guys.
Yeah.
All right. So, Caleb, take it away.
Okay, so we were at the Watchtower, and we were just staying there, resting there, waiting for our friend Vandra because we were supposed to meet up there. And a lady came rushing to the Watchtower in distress with a bunch of kids behind her. And she talked to one of the guards, one of the guards there. And so it turned out that she was on a caravan that had just gotten attacked. And so we went out with the guards to go try and fight off the gnolls and goblins that were attacking the caravan. And so we were fighting them, and that was going great, okay? Belac and Rasitlian were fighting like the leader would seem to be the leader of the group attacking the caravan.
Okay, speed it up.
And so we were attacking them, like we were fighting them, and Belac ended up doing something that caught the leader's attention. And then the leader started to rush after him. And so Belac turned tail and ran because that's the sensible thing to do. And what ended up happening is his brand seemed to conjure a clone of Belac that looked exactly like him to everyone else, but Belac could see that it didn't look like him. And they started running in opposite directions, and the leader ended up chasing that one. And then
okay, speed it up because we got a lot more to get through.
Okay, they were going out, and then they came back, and the leader tackled him, and it went into a portal, and then he was gone. So we met up, and we talked to Isildur and I can't think of his name.
Can I help?
Himdall?
Almost.
No, because Pimdos isn't.
It's not Pimdos.
Oh no.
It was.
Himdall.
I want it.
Himdall.
Oh dang it!
Come on, go ahead. Go quick.
I couldn't hear you because
Himdall.
Himdale.
Himdale. Okay. Himdale. And
I want that.
Himdale, and as we were talking, we found out that one of them was touched by a.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'm sorry, let me jump in here. You're doing good, but you're going to take way too long to tell every little
I
thing.
want to go.
Okay,
I'm
I'll
gonna
hurry up.
All right. Just get to the big points.
Okay, so we found out that Isildur was touched, and so Belac and him were talking about it as we were walking to a different town. And so Isildur said that he could do a ceremony to try and help me learn more about my brand. And you saying something?
No, go quick.
Okay. To learn more about my brand. And so as we were walking, we got attacked by a wolf that
Okay. All right, hold on. I'm gonna jump in real quick. All right. So you're right. Isildur performed a ceremony. He wasn't. We found out information about you because there was something strange about your brand. He suggested that we go to where?
Hilltop.
Oh, is that for everybody?
Speak with who? Yeah. And speak with who?
Werelac.
All right.
Hi. Yeah.
All right.
Hi,
So
Hill.
he told us to go speak with Uriah Bordeneau.
Yes.
All right. Along the way to go there, something happened. I'm going to have Uriah pick up from there.
Along the way to Highhelm, we sort of got lost. We were in some forests, and then we got a warning shot by some Tretons that were basically like, "Hey, you're in our zone. You're in our territory. Keep moving." And then Rasitlian, the dead shot that he is, killed one of them, and so then the Tretons were like, "Oh, this is how it is. We're gonna take you." So we all were captives as they dragged us to this area where we met the Sister of the Woods. We yada-yada'd our way. Almost all of us died. Then she talked to Stitch, who decided, hey, why don't you just kill our buddy Rasitlian instead? And so she was like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And then she just she killed them, at least to Wahuru, that's what we thought. And so then after she killed, Rasitlian, she was like, now get out of my territory, because she had talked to Pia and that, but we didn't know everything that was going down. She was basically like, great, we did our thing, so you guys can go and don't come back, essentially. Get out of my stuff. And then turns out Reaper didn't die, so then he became a defender. He went through some very training becoming a defender, in which he had to learn a lot of different things. He met Oaks and his flying squirrel thing that changes size. And then after he became a defender, and they were like, basically, you're ready, you're the first to walk the earth for like about a century, they decided to test him out because they were warned about some stuff going down in the woods. So they took him out, and he was like, basically, defend us when they spotted what the problem was. So, sharpshooter Rasitlian did his best, took out some of the enemy. Then turns out the Tretons were like, wow, this is way more than what we expected. We need to help him out. So the Tretons jump in out of nowhere. PEMDAS and his crew jumps in, and there's a full-on, essentially, war. Like, it's just a battle that takes place there. Smash cut to the rest of Wahuru. While Matatopa and Vandra were trying to cope with the loss of Reaper, we decided to hunt down some of the people from the Delos Dominion. Dominion. Yeah, Dominion. And in doing so, Vandra may have almost killed a dwarven child. But we fixed that. And we also took out some of the enemy, but some crazy shenanigans happened. The Western Wahuru helped Vandra and Matatopa, but there was this big dude and all this other stuff because Lore and Vanador were looking down on that battle. They were watching it very closely. Some crazy stuff happened. But that's where we met PEMDAS, and he was basically interrogating us, trying to figure out how we ended up where we were. And then we told him, it's like, oh, you can come with me, or you can follow this group back to Hilltop. And we were like, all right, we'll follow this group. So while that happened, we followed them, and then PEMDAS left. So we find out later that PEMDAS actually, that's where he went to that battle where Rasitlian was. We end up at Hilltop, talk to a few guards, talk to a few people like the innkeepers.
Okay,
find
let me
out that
stop you there.
name.
Hold on, let me stop you there. Mike,
Yep.
pick up from the city. What happened?
All right.
Last week.
Okay, so we arrived at Hilltop. At Hilltop, we went. Okay, shoot. Give me 1 second. All right. So we arrived at Hilltop, and then we went to secure some lodging for the night. While we were securing some lodging for the night, we spoke to a dwarf, and we were getting directions. And let's see, his name was, I gotta spell it, but I can't pronounce it. Jeriven, Haihem. He provides goods, magical goods. Well, we're to the hotel with him next.
Yeah. All right, Camp Fam, let me clean that real quick. So, Wahuru, they decided to stay at the Hilltop Inn, and it was run by Hosto Haihem. Hosto said that we could visit the Sparkling Glaive, which is run by Jeriven Haihem. And then Matatopa and Kaliff, who is not here today, actually went over to the Happy Trekker Association, which is run by the halfling Thrushin Morning Glow and his wife, his gnome wife, Velzar Morning Glow. We sent some money ahead to Zulu and then back to Kubaiba. During our meeting with Jeriven, let's see, I believe Stitch and Belac were told to see Ank's Tunnel Hopper, a female worshiper of Danu,
Yep.
Grove of the Saints.
Yep.
All right, so Cam Fam, whew, that was a lot, but you guys are pretty much all caught up. Like I said, going forward, we're going to be recording these and putting them on YouTube the next day. So hopefully next week's will go easier. Okay, let's see. I will give Caleb, I'm going to roll a D4. You get 2 EP for that.
Let's go. Thank you.
Uriah, I'm rolling a D4. You get 1 EP for that. Sorry.
Okay.
Mike, sorry. No EP, dude. No EP.
Go ahead and roll it, man. Go ahead and roll it.
We ain't rolling. All right.
I'll roll for you, Uncle Mike.
There you go. There you go.
You got 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't count on that. All right.
Hey, you should
Okay.
put it in anyways, Mike.
Yeah, you go ahead and put that in there, right? We'll see what happens when I look at that character next time. All right. So, we're in the city of Hilltop, and we just left the Happy Trekker Association. Are we all planning on staying together and going on to visit the Grove of Saints, or what are we doing?
Yeah.
I'm not sure because you guys mail stuff. You and Kaliff went to mail stuff.
Yeah, we
So I
already
thought
did
we'd
that.
already split up.
We did that last time,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought you guys were like right outside.
Yeah, we had just left.
You guys didn't leave yet? I thought you guys left, and then you guys left. Okay. Well, if they're still right outside, then I guess we can all go to the the grove.
Of Saints?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Jervian would have given us directions on how to get there. Wending your way through the city. Hey, Caleb, can you back up a little bit? We're not. Angle your camera a little bit or something down some so that we can see you when you put your head down some. All right. There you go. All right. So what are you guys doing? What do you want to, how are you going to get there?
Well, you said we got like.
She gave us directions, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to follow the directions.
Follow the directions.
Okay. What are you guys doing to make sure you stay on the directions?
So, insight,
Survival.
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 Okay.
Wait, is it survival?
Yep. So who's on it?
I'll roll it. Go ahead.
So did you guys see it?
No, don't worry about it. Just tell us what it is. Cam fam, we're gonna go in the honor system. You said 24?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was not that great. Sorry.
All right.
Better than I can do. So.
Okay. With that roll, you're going through the city. There are the section that we're walking through. You do notice that while we did come through one wall, which was a rather large wall into the city, there's actually an inner wall that we're sort of skirting. And so between the inner wall and the outer wall, there are easily 10 to 20 city blocks. We can't even see it all. But in the section that we're going through right now, there's a lot of vendors, a lot of storefronts. There's a lot of like open air market type things.
Yeah.
If you guys look about, Wahuru will see, some halflings doing performances, juggling, trampoline, and all that stuff right in the city square.
Go ahead, halflings.
There are some Shakarans that are putting on a display of archery. It's just a very bustling city. The further we go, the less populated it seems to become, meaning there are still buildings, but there's just not a lot of activity outside. The directions that we have actually take us pretty much right up to an exit to the city.
Oh, okay.
And as you approach, there are guards there from, the high guard. And one of them steps forward and says, "Hey, travelers, I hope you enjoyed our city. Please come back again."
And
Oh yeah, thank you.
thank you.
We did enjoy it. We will definitely return.
Thank you for your hospitality.
No problem. So they open the doors to the gates, and outside, whereas the entrance we had previously come through, there was a large sort of open area before separating the woods from the actual city walls. This, you actually open up and immediately there are just a thick forest right there.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay.
All right. Wow.
All right. Should I roll survival again?
That would be good.
Same roll, 24.
Okay. Somebody roll an insight. See what we're doing on that.
I got you. 32.
Phew, thank you.
Okay. So you, with that 24, feel like, yeah, we're on the right track. After about 20 or 30 minutes, with that 32, you notice a tree that is rather distinctive that you think you passed like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. I'll tell Uriah, hey, that
tell
tree
who?
seems familiar.
You'll tell who?
I'm sorry, Vandra.
No.
Hey, that tree seems familiar.
Oh, maybe I'm reading this wrong. Let me recheck. Recalibrate. Should I roll again?
Yeah.
Fantastic. 30.
Okay. All right. You realize that you must have gone left when you should have gone right.
Okay.
That sort of thing. But now you're definitely sure you're on the right track.
Okay.
About 15 minutes goes by. Someone roll insight.
I roll a 28.
Okay. With that 28, you think, you know what? I think that's the third time I saw that exact same tree that Rasitlian was talking about.
What?
So I will let Vandra know, hey, I think we just passed the tree again.
Hey,
it's I think we
Marty, would I know
Yeah.
that's the same tree? That's a treant?
Say that again.
Would
yeah,
I know
because I'm
that's a
thinking it's a
treant?
treatment.
Because I
Out
have
of game, you're asking me that?
well, I know I can know, but I would have just known.
It's not a treating.
Can we inspect the tree? It's like we've been passing quite a bit, so maybe can we?
I'll
So
roll insight.
Right.
let's halt. Real quick. And now I know I'm following these directions. We keep passing the same tree. I guess I would do shadow sea sensitivity.
Okay, what's your magical aptitude that you're going to be using?
Alchemy.
Okay, roll that up.
Okay. 20.
21.
Yeah.
Okay. You feel that this place is awash with magic, but you don't.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to roll religious
There's a lot of magic going on.
and ask for guidance to
You're going
me.
to roll what?
Religious attunement.
Okay.
To
Go ahead and
actually,
roll.
hey, 18.
Okay. So when you say ask for guidance, what are you going to say? Who are you going to ask?
I'm asking the goddess Daniel for guidance to find her disciple Ox Tunnel Hopper.
Oh, you mean Deborah?
Yeah.
Y'all look
You're
here.
never letting me live that down.
I wrote it down this time.
Okay.
5 years from now, I'm still going to be making that.
Are you asking out loud, or how are you doing it?
I'm gonna say it out loud.
What are you going to say then? Say it as if you're saying it in real life.
Oh, great. I'm gonna say, great goddess Daniel, will you please provide us assistance as we try to find Ox Tunnel Hopper?
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything?
I'll let them know that this place is literally just covered in magic. Like there's a lot of presence from the shadow sea that I'm sensing.
I'll roll spirit sensitivity.
Okay. What's your aptitude that you're using?
Alchemy.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
This is like as low as I could possibly get. I got a 17.
Okay. You feel sort of just like Vandra felt that this place was heavy with magic. You feel that there are a lot of spirits around, but you can't sort of pinpoint them. It's like they're, you see almost like elusive shadows of spirits. And Matatopa will do the same thing, spirit sensitivity, rolling naturism. Oh, Matatopa don't feel nothing.
See,
I mean,
it's
yeah,
something today,
yeah.
man. The guy.
So, what are we doing? I mean, we're just standing here.
We prayed. I guess we'll roll insight then. I'll roll. Because I with that survival, I'm like, I know I've been following this map. Like that's what I felt like. So if we're by the same tree,
Do we want to follow the map one more time?
we can. But there's something off with the tree, but I guess we'll continue.
Okay.
Okay.
Matatopa's
Let's
down
start
with it.
back up. Woo! Sorry. Natural 12. 32.
Nice.
Okay. You are absolutely positive you're following the map correctly this time. About 30 minutes later, insight.
Oh, he's got it.
Who did it? Stitch and
Okay.
roll? What was the roll?
All right, 26.
Oh, okay. With that 26, you notice you guys are once again passing that same tree.
Oh.
Only this time, there is a female elf standing there.
Oh,
Oh.
we're in the grove, dude. Yo.
Oh, I was gonna say that. I thought it was a loop.
I thought we were in it too, dude. Okay.
Hello. My name is Stitch. What is your name?
Walk up to her?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna roll insight on the elf, the female elf, to see what she's doing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say hi.
Yeah, I said hello already.
Hello.
Well, I rolled 21 because I don't like if it looks like she's praying or something. I don't want to interrupt. So I rolled 21 to see like if like what it looks like she's doing. Is she like picking flowers? Is she in the middle of something that seemed ritualistic? Is she like what's she doing? Is she standing there?
You have trouble seeing her. She does seem to be just standing there, but it sort of looks like she's in your mind doing sort of like this. Like it's just not like you can't really focus on her.
Oh, okay.
So
And
all of us or just him?
just Vandra.
when we approached, I said hello. I said my name is Stitch. Did she acknowledge me, or was she still kind of
What language did you say it in?
Dwarven?
I mean, she looks at you, and she will nod.
Then I repeat it again in Elven. Elf tone.
Okay, all right. Hello, traveler. You have evoked the name of the goddess, but I am unfamiliar with you. How can I help you?
Yes, I'm a seeker, and I want to learn more about my faith. And I was looking to speak to a disciple of the goddess Daniel, and I was told to come here and meet Ox Tunnel Hopper, and she could perhaps give me more insight into the faith that I am striving to become more familiar with.
Okay. When you say you are a seeker, exactly what are you seeking?
Seeking more knowledge on the goddess. My background with my culture, she was one of our goddess in our culture. I'm a Celtic, and she's one of our deities. And growing up, my mother would oftentimes tell stories about our goddess. And as I left home and began to experience life, I felt an urgency and a need to go back to my roots and to become more spiritually aware of the goddess that my forefathers talked about, and someone who I think I should become more attuned to.
Rather interesting. Why do you feel you should draw closer to Denu?
Well, because I look, a little child, I remember a little bit of her background that my mom told me about how she was an outsider amongst her siblings, but she had a strong connection with one of the gods named Bran. And my background, I too was an outsider. My father is a cloud elf, and my mother was a Kelton, and I'm a half-breed. And so growing up, I was ostracized and talked about. And so I feel kind of out of place. So I can identify with my goddess in the sense that a lot of people can relate to me. And even now with my cohorts, I still sometimes feel I feel like an outsider. And so I just feel a connection towards, or want to have a connection towards something or somebody. With my father abandoning me, I have issues there as well. So I want to have a sense of belonging.
Interesting. Okay. You have come to the right place to gain knowledge of Denu. She touches an amulet, and
Let's go, Stitch, saving us.
And says, why have the rest of you come? And as she says that, you hear it in whatever's your native tongue.
Oh, okay.
I hear it in Cholo.
Well, I'll start it out.
Hmm.
Oh, you want to go first?
Yeah, I came just for my friend Stitch.
Okay. I also came because we're here to support our friend, our traveling companion.
Wait, Jervin was the shopkeep who sent us, correct?
Yep.
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to answer in Cholo. I asked Joven,
Jervin?
magical item, and she said that instead of taking the easy way out and just getting a magic item from her, I should come here to seek to learn more.
Huh. Honesty. I enjoy that. What, pray tell, were you asking her?
I wish to get a enchanted item that will allow me to speak to animals.
Well, why do you want to speak with animals?
I just really like animals. They're really good.
I'm just like an animal guy, you know.
Okay.
Just like him.
Have you tried just spending time with nature and observing animals?
No.
Mayhaps that is why Jervin sent you here, because those are things you could learn. Very well. What are your names?
I would have already told her my name.
No, but you didn't.
Yes, I did. Because after Mike said that he was going to introduce himself, I said I was going to introduce myself.
Well, no. I'm saying she's asking you specifically, so.
Oh, my name is Belac Bloodstar.
My name is Rasitlian Coinshot.
Okay.
Is she asking everyone?
Yeah. And again, you're hearing this in your own native tongue.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. I'm Vandra. Vandra Hairu,
Okay.
but I go by Vandra the Broken.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Why are you
It is.
broken?
I have a lot of emotional issues.
Roll. Are you trying to deceive her at all? Or are you trying to what are you trying to have her feel from you?
Nothing. I'm just trying to be genuine. I'm Vandra the Broken. I have some emotional stuff I gotta overcome, and that's why I go by that until I can be someone else,
Roll
I can be-
persuasion.
Okay. Uh, 16. I didn't roll that well.
Okay. Roll mental fortitude.
Oh, okay. 20,
What was your base roll?
10.
Okay. She doesn't seem. I mean, she's listening to you. It seems a little bit harder for you to see her now, as if she's really sort of vibrating faster.
Okay.
And it's sort of, you know how when you have a migraine, you know you're going to have a migraine. You can feel it coming. It gives you a little bit of that feeling trying to look at her.
Okay. I'll try not to look at her as much, and I'll say, I apologize. It's kind of difficult for me to focus on you for some reason.
The Grove has spoken. She says, Talala Kamsua. Speaking in a language that
I know that.
you guys do not know.
Are you sure?
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Do you need my languages?
I am 100% sure because it is a language that is Grove specific.
Okay.
Okay. My name is Veldenalan, and
Say it again.
my name is Veldenalan.
You spell that?
It's VEL.
Oh, my pencil isn't working.
Do you need a new pencil?
No. Maybe.
You just came in and got one. All right, so
It
it's
is let down.
all right. VELDRINALLEN. What you guys will see is a slender looking female elf. Her ears are sticking straight out to the side. She has long curly brown hair. Her skin is a light tan color. And the mask that she is wearing has a moon icon on the left side. And it is it's a solid white mask with a glyph of a moon icon on it.
Cool.
And the moon icon is a red color.
And the moon icon, you see it on the right side of her face?
It's on the left side of her face.
Okay.
With a red color.
Thank you.
She has a Cathorn at her side, and she steps forward and says, with your permission, I would like to read your aura.
Sure.
She says to, actually, she's speaking to Stitch.
Oh,
My bad. Okay, yeah.
yes, please.
Okay. So here's a chance at some EP.
Uh-oh.
Who said uh-oh? Okay. What how do I want to put this? Okay. What proficiency might she be using?
To read my aura?
I mean, aura?
To read your aura.
I know it because I was looking at it because I won it. I don't know. Is it soul sight?
Well, let's see.
It says your understanding of a person's aura provides valuable insight into their character.
I was thinking the like tier 3 or tier 2 one where like some about gods and something. Hold on, I got it. I
think it's soul sight. Because it's tier 2.
It is soul. Yeah, I guess soul sight was what I was thinking of. But let me see.
I'm going to Caleb. I'm going to give you EP. It's actually Soul Sight 2, but Soul Sight is close enough.
Yeah.
How am I not supposed to know which one?
Hey, that's why I'm giving it to you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, don't argue with the LM. Take
All right.
away EP.
I'm taking away one EP, the one that you just got.
So with that, she's able to basically read your aura, Stitch, and everybody, but she's focusing on Stitch. Hold on one second. To see basically your strength or weakness in regards to your character. You know, so that's what she's picking up.
Okay.
What are you going to say, Caleb?
Wait, I got one EP?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. You have you often communed with angels?
Yes. Yes. We had a battle once, and I called on my goddess Danu, and an angel appeared and performed a mighty deed on my behalf.
But I said often. Once is not often. Have you often communed with angels?
Well, I have prayed, and there's been times where I felt like I got like an impression, but that's the only incident I recall of me actually interacting with the angel was that one time.
Interesting. I feel that you have been in the presence of angels, I guess, more times than you realize. Very interesting. And may I read the aura of the rest of you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Matatopa will step forward and say, I apologize. I did not speak earlier. I am Matatopa, and I am here to learn what I can of nature, and in support of my two allies here. Okay, so she's going to read everyone's aura. Is anybody trying to resist? I mean,
No.
or you're just sort of letting yourself be open?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just-
Okay. So Belac, yours is a little hard to read. I see the truth in your words, but it's as if something is sort of blocking my reading of you. I'll have to look into that more. Then she says something in a language that you guys don't understand.
I have a question. I'm
Out of
talking
game or to her?
to her.
Okay.
I'm going to roll up my sleeve. Well, could I roll up? Yeah. I'm going to show her my brand. I'm going to ask if this could do it.
I do not know. That is beyond me. Rasitlian and Matatopa, she reads fine.
Even though I'm a defender?
Yeah, I mean, she's reading you fine. Oh, Tavandra. It is interesting that you would be in the company of this one, she says, pointing to Stitch.
Oh.
Huh.
Demon.
I get it.
And then she says something else, and something is happening.
Can we roll insight to see what's going on?
Sure.
All right.
Ooh.
Is it nighttime?
That's at 36.
Bam.
Nighttime?
Is it nighttime yet?
No.
Dang it.
Okay, 19.
36, 19. Vandra, did you roll?
No, not insightful. Plus, I figured I'd be focusing on being open.
Okay.
28.
Okay. All right. 36, Rasitlian?
Yeah.
You will notice that there is another elf standing right behind Vandra.
Okay. I'll yell to Vandra behind you. There's an elf.
Okay.
Well, another elf. I just want you to know.
Yeah, no, dope. Thank you.
All right, what is that?
That's me. Keep on going. I'm in the kitchen. Yeah.
What is this?
the other
It's
elf.
warning about Vandra.
Get out of here.
The other elf will say something back to her, also that you guys don't understand, and she will nod her head, and will say, if you wish to proceed, I will be happy to take you to see Lady Tonohopper.
Yes.
I like to see.
That would
Okay.
be amazing.
All right. So she's walking you guys through the grove, and up until this point, you would have still been able to hear sort of faint sounds from the city, sort of the hustle and bustle. But as you actually enter into the area, you notice that the trees are lusher. They're actually even taller than the trees around, and it's all of the noise just drops off. All you can hear now are the sounds of nature. You hear birds. There are little critters that are just scurrying about. The air smells like it's infused with lilac.
Wow.
And anyone that might have been tired feels rejuvenated. As you're going through, you will notice that while it's all sort of just an open wood, it feels like you walk through different sections of the woods. Each of them have a slightly different feel to them, but you're not able to sort of discern why, except for one. As you're walking through, roll insight.
Time yet?
32.
24.
It's not gonna be nighttime for 24, 32.
26.
No, don't know.
And what was that?
17.
Okay, everybody roll learning.
Learning, okay.
Ooh.
17.
20. I mean, yeah, 20.
15.
16.
I got a nat 12. 17.
Yeah, Manitoba rolled 22. Okay. Anybody above 15 would have a general idea. We'll have a good idea that this is like a training area.
Say again. What'd you say?
Anybody who rolled above a 15 will have a good idea that this is like a training area.
Okay.
You will see like vines and heavy rope, sort of like crisscrossing the area. And many of them go up into the trees and are attached like a pulley system. And on the other side are different sizes of logs. And as you guys are walking by, there are several beings in there, and they're actually pulling on these different pulleys and doing various workouts, pulling on the logs and stuff like that.
Like strength training.
Okay.
As you go a little bit further, there are some where the logs are free flowing on a little like a pendulum, and there are people there sort of weaving and dodging in between them. And then a little bit further on, there's actually some weapons practicing up against dummies. But these are very dynamic. So whenever you hit it, it will cause the dummy to respond as if it were another creature. And,
Got it.
So it's not just standing there like the dummies that we're used to seeing.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
So they will continue, and the Veldran will say further ahead, Lady Tunnelhopper will see you. However, if anyone would like to stay behind and work out any stresses from the city, you may partake of our yard here.
Wow, thank you so much.
I think I'll be checking that out later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyone that proceeds with her, is everyone proceeding?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Manitoba will proceed, but he's kind of eyeing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like,
Yeah.
this stuff looks so dope.
Yeah. But he's going to proceed. Stepping into the area, the trees are in a circle, and by now, Wahuru has sort of gotten used to this sort of setup. Where have we seen something like this before?
The trees in a circle.
Yep.
Sister of the Wood.
Okay.
And
Brother Wood.
Bill Black.
Okay, and the Brother Woods. Good job. So 1 EP for both of you guys.
Yes.
Good job. Good job.
All right. David, where you at?
I'm texting somebody real quick.
Okay. But this one, it's not like a very massive grove. Like usually they're hundreds of feet across or whatever. This one seems much more intimate. And it's probably no more than 30 feet across. In the middle, resting on 4 vines. Well, not vines. They're more like roots that are sticking out of the ground. But sitting sort of like cross-legged on those is a female. You guys can roll to get a little more definition. Insight to see if you can.
26.
26.
14.
I rolled an 11.
Hold on, let me roll quick.
See it. I did it.
This is insight, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
35.
Okay. With that roll, Uriah, you had a 14?
Yeah.
Okay. Uriah, I mean, you think something similar, something looks familiar about her, but it must be the shadows because you really can't see her well. Anybody over 17 will notice that she appears to be a half-dwarf. Anybody that rolled over 30 will see that she seems to have features both dwarven and elven. And she has, her skin is sort of mottled where at almost like when you walk, it sort of shifts. So like at times it looks like it's a light brown, but then as you maybe switch over, it looks like it's a light green. You guys have seen those stickers with the illusions on them.
Yeah.
And so it sort of looks like that with her. Her color seemed to just shift a little bit. Not to the point where it's hurting your eyes, but it just seems to be subtly shifting from light brown to light green.
Wow. So, I'll go up there and say hello to her, or what do we?
What do you think? I mean, what do you want to do?
I want to say, hello. My name is
Renalan. How do you say her name?
Her name is
Hopper.
Belgernalan?
What about Belgernalan?
I'm gonna ask. She's still following us, right? I mean, she's still leading us.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna ask her if that's Aunt.
That is the lady. Yes.
Thank you. Then I'm gonna go up to her and introduce myself. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say in wood. Hello, my name is Belac Bloodstar, and I was sent here by Irvin High Helm, because I asked to buy an item from her, and she said instead of taking the easy way.
You are known to me. I have heard your conversations, so I do understand why you each are here. How would you like to proceed?
I do not know. Well, as you would know, I wish to be able to speak to animals, so I would,
But why? Why do you wish to speak to animals?
well, I really like animals. They're,
You know, many people like animals.
I don't know how to put it.
Many people keep animals as pets or as companions, but they do not speak with them.
No, I wish to be able to know animals on like a deeper level. Because I mean,
Okay,
it's
Addy
one
Game,
thing.
Caleb, why aren't you telling the truth?
I am.
Just
He
say
is.
why
No,
you
no,
went.
no, stop. He is. He's just forgetting.
Homie.
Okay. If he doesn't, then he doesn't.
What?
We can't help you. Okay. One thing, Belac, I will do for you. Obviously, there are items that could be used to allow you to communicate with animals, but it seems as if you're being honest, then you know your seeking of a deeper connection would be more important than the actual speaking to the animal. Seems that you want to know the animal. Is that right? You want to know the animal and for the animal to know you?
Yes.
Very well. Elden and the male elf will step forward. Can you take this young one and introduce him to the nature in this area? And Elden will bow and say, "Your wish shall be done." Roll insight.
Oh Lord.
Everybody?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get a better picture of Elden
29.
Nope. 14 again.
30.
26.
Okay. And actually, Vandra, that works out perfect because, again, when you look at Elden he's doing the same thing as with Velden.
How you spell Elden Allen?
You can't really see him, but Elden is ELDENALLEN.
Wow.
You can tell that he is also an elven. Same skin tone. He has short cropped curly hair. And it's sort of like faded, you know, so you can see a lot of his scalp, but he just has the short curly hair coming over his mask. His mask is all black, where hers was all white. And on the right cheek, it has a yellow glyph of the sun.
Oh.
On the right cheek?
On the right, it's
on
yellow
the
glyph.
right. Yep.
On Elden.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, never mind.
What's up?
I was like, does like Angst have a mask that has like, I don't know, an eclipse or something? Both of them together.
I mean, roll if you're
Oh,
curious about that now.
Lord. 17.
Okay. You do not see that. Everybody can roll knowledge to see if you can figure out what's going on.
I think I might know.
Oh, hey. 22.
17.
20.
Okay.
20.
All right. Manitoba rolled a 19. Out of game, Caleb, what do you think it is?
Are they in a relationship? Because two opposites on the different sides and stuff.
Okay. All right. I mean, with those rolls,
22 doesn't see?
I got a 20.
no. As far as Vandra, you didn't see, and she doesn't have a mask.
What? Wait, what? I roll knowledge?
No, you roll knowledge because it's not a visual thing; it's a learning of the world thing. Where have we encountered face masks before? Think about your characters in the past when we have encountered a face mask. What's it been on?
People that work like with people.
Okay, I'm gonna make this an EP opportunity. Guys, think back. There are 1, 2.
I mean, I have masks. Like
Three.
I have what's his name? Skotal and Master Vash and all these people who were wearing masks and stuff.
What about Skotal?
He wore. It's in my note right here. I was just looking at it.
I'm gonna give you guys 10 seconds. 10.
Oh, he was an elf.
Okay.
Yeah. So elves like to wear masks?
Very good. Very good. I will give you 1 EP for that. CamFam, in in EverLore, elves are very, very rare. They're very rarely seen outside of their communities. And whenever they are seen outside, they're often wearing masks. It's almost unheard of to see an elf without wearing a mask. So you guys, especially since we're traveling with a half-elf, would know that that's just typical for elves to do. Every time we've encountered an elf so far, it's been wearing a mask.
That's true. Even the vlel, like Lydia or whatever, was mask.
Yeah.
Yo.
It's wear a mask.
Okay, so this elf, both of these elves are wearing masks. So yes, that's why they have the mask on. So it doesn't have anything to do with Ankhs.
Oh, sorry.
I thought.
So Belac,
Yes.
are you going with Elden?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then she turns to Stitch.
Yes.
I too see that you have often been in the presence of angels. No, not of angels. Of celestials. Huh. It is not just angels. How long have you sought the favor of Daniel?
Months.
Oh, for quite a while. I would say since we've been on this journey, a number of months.
And what is it that you would seek of me?
I would love for you to teach me the way. I am new at this, and I don't know a whole lot. I want to be faithful. I want to learn more. I want to know the truth. So I'm hoping that you could teach me the ways of Daniel, guide me so I could become a true disciplined disciple of hers, and help me to understand.
For what reason? Why do you want to be a disciple of Daniel?
Because as I was explaining earlier, I'm searching for something. As a child, I was always talked about, and I was always ostracized. And the older I get, and even with my companions who I love dearly, I still feel at odds with them at times, and I feel like I'm searching for something. I thought it was if I could find my father who abandoned me when I was younger, that perhaps that would be the missing link, but I haven't been able to find him as of yet. So I just...
What have you done to find him?
I went to his home country, and I spoke to the cloud elves there, and I spent some time with them, but they were not forthcoming and telling me about my father, and I felt kind of at odds with them as well.
Why do you feel at odds with everyone?
I don't know. That's what I'm hoping, that if I commune with my goddess, that maybe I can learn more about who I am, and have a better understanding as to why I feel like there's a piece of me that's still searching and feel empty.
And so you feel that drawing closer to Daniel will fill that void?
Yes, fill that void, absolutely. And perhaps give me a better understanding of who I am.
Well, okay. But what is your relationship with nature?
Well, my background as a Chaluk'Sen,
not your background. What is your relationship with nature?
Oh, to be honest, I really don't have a strong relationship with nature.
So then why are you trying to become a disciple of a nature goddess?
Oh.
Well, that could be a first start for me to become more involved and aware of nature.
Perhaps you should take time to consider what you want. Daniel is not looking for people to do things only to gain her favor. She wants followers who are true to her at heart. Maybe she is not the goddess for you. Maybe she is.
You have mentioned that I have been in the presence of not only angels, but perhaps celestial beings as well. But I do not know that. So I'm hoping.
Angels are celestial beings. There are just many types of celestial beings. So when Beldrin read that you had been in the presence of angels, she was mostly correct, but there were also other celestial beings. You seem to be searching without direction.
Yes.
Okay. I can provide you with some direction.
Okay.
Daniel as all deities, does not need you to worship her. If you choose to worship her, that would be great, and I would be happy to help you learn more about her. But in order to truly be a disciple of Danu, the love of nature should be in your heart. Have you been given any instruction on how to find your father?
My father, I believe, left this bowstring, and I recall once when I put it on my bow, I felt like a covering was over me. But that is as much as I can recall about my father. I know that he was royalty.
Okay. All right.
Well,
why don't you look at those notes a little bit?
Yeah.
And then answer that a little bit better.
EP, please.
No. Okay. Vandra, Rasitlian, what are you guys doing? Madatopa has actually walked back over to the training field.
Yeah.
What are you two?
I mean, I can't see them. Like, it's really hard for me to focus on them anyway. So, I don't know. I guess I'll say.
You have no trouble seeing Unks.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll just bow, like a formal bow, and then I don't know, just stay listening.
Okay, all right, Rasitlian.
I want to ask her if she knew anything about the old defender.
Ask her. Don't.
Do you know anything, or did you know the past defender? Because I am the defender of now.
You are the defender. Customer Prep, is this the one that you had spoken of? And you guys will hear a female voice. Well, Rasitlian, you would know it's a female voice because you spent more times with Tretans than the rest.
It was it a Treant?
Oh no, that was part of the illusion.
Oh.
Yeah.
This now you will see a Tretan step forward, and she will say, "This is the one we have spoken of." Unks will say, "It is good to meet you, Defender. You are welcome in my grove. I did know the last Defender to walk these lands. He was quite powerful and quite a good servant in her service to the Prime. I pray that your service will be as long and as fulfilling as hers was."
What was her name?
Her name was Elestrial.
Oh.
To you, Stitch. Now that you have had a little time to consider, is there anything that you would know about your father, other than that he is not of his people anymore?
Daggone it, man.
EP?
Okay.
Yeah.
EP,
Yes.
but hold on. Who all wants to try for this?
Me.
Yes.
Me.
Okay, so we just got 2. All
Okay.
right. So Caleb 1, 2, Uriah 3, 4. 1.
Yes, let's go. He was teleported, and he
Quick, come on. Just be quick though.
was
What?
teleported, and he could see his dad, who was being tortured, and they talked.
And you're not giving me what I need to hear. Okay,
Oh.
Vandra, can
He was told to go find the
Grim Rider.
the what?
Yeah.
The Grim Rider. Grim
Yeah.
Rider.
Oh, not the Grim Rider.
No,
The what?
it was something Riders, but I
I
can't
know,
think
I know.
of it
It's the Griffin
in my
Riders.
notes.
The Griffin Riders. Okay,
Griffin
1 EP,
Riders.
Caleb. 1 EP for Caleb.
Woo!
So, Stitch, you will remember that, yes, during that vision where you actually spoke with your father, he tells you to go find the Griffin Riders.
Griffin. Spell Griffin for me.
Griffon.
Gri.
FFON.
Uh-huh.
Griffin Riders.
Uh-huh.
I spelled Griffin all wrong.
Is that perhaps something you're going to let her know?
Yeah, I'm going to tell her that I was teleported to my father. He was being tortured, and he told me to go find the Griffin Riders.
He was being tortured.
That's why, yeah, it looked like they was torturing him, yes.
And did you help him?
No, I was being overwhelmed. I was shocked to see my father.
I mean, dude, you just told her you were teleported to your father. He's been tortured. You know, but it was all cool. I mean,
Right.
oh, goodness. Okay. So he told you to find the Griffin Riders?
Yes.
And what have you done to find the Griffin Riders?
I have not done anything.
I thank you for your honesty. But
Coming in clutch.
you're coming here asking me to do for you what you have not done for yourself.
Mm.
You have direction, so go look for the Griffin Riders.
Where would I go to begin that search?
How would you go to look for anything?
I'll ask along the way. I assume that's what I should be doing.
Yes. Where when you go to a city, where do you think you might go to gain knowledge?
Go to like a library.
Yes.
Okay.
Griffin Riders, what do they sound like to you?
Like people who ride griffins.
Yes, that is obvious. But I have ridden a griffin in my time. I am not a Griffin Rider. What does Griffin Rider sound like to you?
It sounds like it's like an elite group of people, men and women, who are specialized in a certain craft, ridership.
Okay, what do you think they might do?
I think they might be like, Vandra, be quiet. I think they might be like military, like special op.
So then, who might you speak to in cities to learn more about different military groups?
Talking to like
Oh my gosh.
talking to like soldiers, officers, generals.
Okay, so as you encounter these people, have you encountered any of those from this very city?
Yes. So I should talk to them, ask them. Okay.
Who would that be?
Well, give me 1 second.
It seems like they ride griffins. Yo.
Okay, out of game, Caleb, what proficiencies are you considering for Belac?
Belac?
I mean, I don't need to know all of them. Here's the thing. While we will give you direction, the things that you guys are going to bring into your character are partly informed by the proficiencies that you're going to be purchasing. So what proficiencies are you trying to get to make you more acceptable to animals?
Like things like animal reader, and then I already have that one. And then animal companion and animal trainer are
Okay.
what I'm.
So now, as you guys are walking, Eldenon he's just talking to you about different things. You know, as you're walking through nature, try to understand nature. Try to understand what makes that squirrel run when it sees you. Why did that lark just call out? You know, why is there dew on the plants in the morning, but it's gone by midday? You know, so he's just talking to you, sort of making sure you observe these different things. Is there anything in particular that has sparked your interest in communicating with animals?
Yes, I've always liked animals, and I've always wanted to get closer to them. But recently, my party has found a wolf. Wait, hold on. I would still have the wolf. So it'd be so this wolf, and I'd show them the wolf in the bag. And I wish to communicate with it. And
okay, so out of game, this is what you should have shared with Unks, which is why I kept trying to prompt you, because Eldenon is not Unks, so to him it's just a wolf. Where did you come about that? I hope you did not take it from his mother's den.
No. We would not do that. We, well, funny story.
Oh, great.
My companion, Rasitlian, summoned this wolf using a spell. And something happened to not only turn its fur black, but make it stay here, and also stop listening to him. Like normally when you summon something, it would follow your orders, but it has a free will now. And it seemed it ran away and we kept on our journey. And it seemed to be attracted to us because it just kept coming back to us. And we didn't know why until we met some two herbivores who were able to communicate with it and tell us that it was confused because and sort of angry at Rasitlian for summoning it here, and then it getting hurt because he was summoned here. And then we were in battle, and it seems to be, as the battle was going on, it seemed to be getting weaker.
You mean this little puppy was in a battle? Why would you let?
It wasn't a puppy. It used to be a wolf standing much larger than a normal wolf, like a normal full-grown wolf. But during the battle, it seemed to get weaker and shrink down into this puppy. And since then, we have been trying to take care of it.
Interesting. He will ask you if it's okay. Is it all right if I hold it?
Yes, I'll take it out of the bag.
Okay. He'll hold the wolf and will whisper into its ears. And the wolf will sort of yip back at him. and it'll nuzzle up against him as you guys are continuing to walk. And after time, he'll give it back, and we'll say, what is his name?
We have not named it yet, but I do have something that I have thought of for it.
Well, I've asked.
I would like to call it Chaha'o, which means shadow in my native language, Chogo.
You said Chahaho?
Yes.
Okay, out of game, how are you spelling that?
Oh, it's a real word. It's Chahao.
Okay,
Comma,
and it means
apostrophe OH.
Wait, what?
Hold on. Yeah. Just run it back. I'm just gonna look at your computer, Caleb.
and it means shadow.
It was yeah. Right here. It's Chaha'o. I translated it into. It means. I need to know. It means it's referring to a sun shelter that Native Americans would make, and since Cholu is based off of the language of Navajo, I
Okay.
translated it from Navajo. It's spelled CHAHA apostrophe OH.
Okay, very nice. Okay, and you were your Zulu translation, it translates to the shadow. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's way something
So, the Eldonalan will bend close and whisper to the pup, and it will let out a little howl. And we'll say, he is, Eldonalan will say, Chaho approves, as the concept of names is foreign to him. Oh, so that happened.
Are you okay?
All right.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I landed on
What's
clothes.
Yeah. Okay,
That was 10 out
Cam
of 10.
Fam, you never know what's going to happen here in EverLore.
He rolled 2 ones.
Right. Okay. So, Rasitlian, Belac. So he's just going to, spend time with you, take him to different places, but does encourage you to speak with Unks about Chaho. And Rasitlian, why do I keep saying Rasitlian? Stitch.
Yes.
Because I'm superior.
She's going to say, now that you have direction on finding your father, if you are serious about a devotion to Danu, then you need to learn more about nature.
Okay.
To say you are a disciple of Danu, but really have no connection with nature, is to lie to yourself. So you should probably go and pursue your other ends, and then once you have made that decision, if you are interested, I will definitely be interested in helping you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Are you leaving now, dude?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to bow as we exit.
All right. She will give you a slight bow of the head, and say you guys can probably partake of our training field
Yes,
until your associate comes.
absolutely.
If anyone would
Awesome.
like to
Thank
speak with me further, I will be here.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Do you know if Elastriel is still dead? I mean, alive, sorry.
Alestriel,
Yeah, Elastriel, sorry.
once you are defender until your death. And since you are the first in over 100 years, what do you surmise?
That she's dead.
That is a good summation. Yeah.
I'm going to the training field. I'm training.
Okay.
Yeah.
Checking out the dummies.
I want to. Oh, could I? I'm gonna practice archery. Can I?
Before
no?
you go, as everybody else is starting to walk further away, Unks will quickly stand up. And I mean, when I mean quickly, you know, you guys are 10 or so feet away from her, about to leave the grove, and she was just sitting there, but she's suddenly like right at your shoulders.
Oh wow.
And she will grab your arm and say, keep the bow string close. It is more than you realize. Your curiosity should focus on that as well.
Thank you. Who can I talk to about the bowstring? Who should I be asking about the bowstring with?
In your, well, I can tell you, it is celestial in nature.
Okay.
But some things must be learned through your effort.
Okay.
Again, find information in libraries from scholars, even religious scholars, if you're dealing with, you know, things of the celestial.
You said what? Even what?
Religious scholars,
Okay.
clerics, priests.
Okay.
Hey, oh, I won't say that. That's giving him.
Yeah. You may also seek to ask directly of the gods.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. In the training field, who's doing what?
I'm checking out the dummies, you know, fighting it, and it's fighting back.
Okay. Are you trying to do this in a way to impress anyone, or just sort of?
No, I'm not trying to impress anyone. I'm just trying to train.
Okay. Are you training hard, or are you just sort of casually doing it?
Train hard.
Okay. As you are doing that, roll a D6, please.
3.
Okay.
That's how many pounds you lifted. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
About 10 or so minutes into your training, Matatopa will come up and start doing it on one next to you. About 30 minutes in, you know, you've gotten a pretty good sweat on and stuff like that. You will notice that 3 of the individuals that were training earlier are now watching you.
Oh, wow.
That's not weird.
More so than they are Matatopa.
Oh, okay.
Stitch, what are you doing?
Practicing archery.
Okay.
I was gonna ask Stitch. Let's do a shoot off. Renown.
No, I want to do training.
Okay then.
So you're just whereas you're used to having just a single target, because like Wahuru, they set up just a single target. You would shoot at it, move the target distances. This, again, the targets are on these pulleys.
Okay.
And so there's not a stationary target.
Okay.
Oh, that's dope.
Okay.
So, I mean, Rasitlian, if you'd like to do that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I want you guys both to do is roll a d12. And again, are you guys doing this to try to show off, or just are you trying to practice, or?
I'm trying to practice.
And I got a 12.
Okay.
Well, I did not get a 12. I got a 4.
You got a what?
A 4.
Okay. I thought you said 1. Okay. So Rasitlian, with the 12, you hit the target, one of the targets. Stitch, your aim is off.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll 2 more times for me.
I got an 8.
I got a 12, and I got another 4.
Okay.
Oh, I need to roll again.
Yep.
And I got an 11.
Okay. So Rasitlian, you started off great, sort of slipped a little bit, ended pretty good. Stitch, you had a rough start. You hit a couple of targets midway through, but then as the end of your target, you were just sort of way off. And so by that time, several hours would pass. You know, you guys are just in the grove. Madatoba will stop practicing with the dummies and go over and try to sort of do the pulleys on the weights.
I want to try my hand at archery.
Okay.
I just want to see if there's like a bow laying around.
Well, you do
Maybe.
you do see that there are some people over there around the archery range. So I mean, you can go up and ask them.
Okay. Yeah, I'll ask them. So I'll go up. Maybe I'll roll persuasion, possibly charisma, and be like, "Hey, I'm Vandra. Nice to meet you. What's your name?" And
Okay.
I got a natural 12. What do I add that to? I roll persuasion and charisma?
No, just charisma. Just charisma.
Oh, 18.
Okay. As you're talking to one of the men who were just sitting there training, when they're about to say something to you, Elder Nolan will step out, and he will say, Vandra, I give you leave to use my bow to practice.
Wow. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm not much of an archer, but I've always been interested in trying.
Okay. So he will tell you sort of, visualize the target, try to anticipate its moves. Don't shoot where it is, shoot where you think it's going to be, things like that. And he will say something in the tongue that they use in the grove, and the something will happen, and the targets will start moving slower.
Oh, okay. Cool. Awesome. Thank you. So, I guess I'll roll for them.
Yep. Give me 3 rolls.
Do you need my total?
Do
you need my total or just the D6 or D12?
What is your RAB? I mean your RD. I mean your RAB.
28.
Okay. So go ahead and just give me the base rolls.
Okay. I got 1 6, 1 11, 1 9.
Okay. You are your first shots aren't terrible. They don't hit the mark. Your second sort of set of them, you're hitting the target. One, you actually hit very close to the bullseye, or the center of it. But then, after that, very quickly you sort of trail off. And so he says, not bad for one who hasn't often used the bow. Maybe you should try more often.
Thank you. I appreciate it. This is a great honor to use your bow as well.
No problem.
And then hand it back to him. And
he will accept it. By that time, obviously, well, actually, sort of at the same time, Belac, you would have been free to talk to Unks if you wanted, because
Yeah, I'd go talk to Onks.
What?
I'd go talk to Onks.
Okay, so
I would say hello again.
Hello.
Earlier you asked why I wanted to talk to him, and I forgot to mention someone. And then I will show her Chaha'o, and I'll just say, this is Chaha'o.
What is this? Huh. And she goes to take him. She's not asking you, she just takes him. And as she does that, Chaha'o's fur grows a little bit longer, and he actually gets a little bit bigger in her hands.
Whoa.
So as before he was maybe the size of like a 1 or 2 week old pup, now he's probably the size of a 2 or 3 month pup. So he's not quite full grown, but a lot bigger than he was. This is a wonderful curiosity.
I'm gonna give her the rundown that I gave
Eldon Island?
Yes, Eldon Island.
Oh. I have lived a very long life, and very seldom am I surprised anymore. This is a surprise. I have not before seen basically a spirit made flesh. And she will whisper to it, oh, he is not averse to your presence, but would have you know, he knows enough of the world to know that you are not quite his equal. So you should probably treat him as such.
I try my best.
Very well. Just understand that he is not, nor will he ever be, a pet.
I know, I don't wish him to be my pet. I wish him to be a companion, like the rest of my party.
That will be up to him.
Yes, I know.
I would love for you to come back after he has grown, so I can see what he becomes.
I'll try to do that.
Okay. I will tell you, based on his aura, he is loyal, but he seems to have conflict with someone in your group. So maybe for that person, he might not fight as hard as he would for the rest.
Yes. I think I
He
know.
doesn't have to. I'm so strong.
Yeah, I hear you. So, you guys can spend the evening and the night in the grove if you would like.
Sure.
Wow, that would be a huge
Sure.
honor.
Yeah, I was gonna go train afterwards after I talked to her.
Okay, all right. At this time, the wolf is large enough that you don't need to hold him. He can walk around.
I was gonna give him some jerky because you gave me some.
She will say, jerky is good, you know, but whenever possible, I would encourage you, in order to bond further with him, to actually go hunt with him.
Yeah, I didn't know I was allowed to hunt in this area.
In the grove, you are allowed to hunt as long as you hunt for a reason and utilize what you kill.
Yes, I always took what I hunt.
Then, by all means, hunt.
Bet. Okay.
Any creature that is off limits, you will know.
Okay.
All right. So you want to go hunting?
Yes, I could go hunt.
All right. Give me 2 survival rolls.
Okay. Oh, okay. Survival?
Yep.
Okay, survival 17.
What was the base?
What?
What was the base?
The base was a 6.
What?
I rolled a 6.
Okay. Give me another one.
Okay. I got an 18.
Okay. All right. What were you trying to hunt?
Just like a boar.
Okay. You have found a relatively small boar, and roll prowess just to see how you do as far as if you can take it down or not.
There you go.
$25.
Okay. All right. So after some time of tracking, you know, you have to shoot it a couple times, but the Chaho will also attack it. And as he does that, he gets just a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
But he's still not
Full
even an adult wolf, but he's just a little bit bigger. Okay. What are you doing with the rest of it?
Well, anything that I wouldn't want to eat, I would bury and then pray over. Or, well, thank it.
Okay, so how are you doing that?
I'd bury it, and then where I buried it, I would bow and say, thank you for a great hunt, and I hope you are treated well in the afterlife.
Okay. All right.
And I'd give some of the meat to Chaho, and I'd... Oh, crap, I can't start a fire.
Then what?
Oh, I would start a fire. So I'd...
How would you start a fire?
Rocks in a circle, and then some wood and something to like actually catch fire. I don't know what it's called.
Do you have a proficiency for starting fires?
Oh, I did it before. No, that's just that. Then I was gonna do flame touch.
Okay, you're going to cast a spell to create the fire on that. Okay.
Then,
All right. as you do that, you do feel the spell go, and it goes out.
Fire goes out.
Yes.
Okay. So I pack up the meat. I go back to the camp. And I
Okay.
ask. I guess I'd ask Rasitlian if he wants to start a fire so I can cook.
Okay. Rasitlian?
I'll start the fire.
Okay, how are you going to do it?
I start a
What?
fire starter, and I'm gonna make a triangle of wood, and then I'll put kindling on side, and then I'll light the kindling with some in my hand, and I'll light it and put it in, and blow on it so it ignites.
Okay, as soon as the spark ignites, it goes out. What do you want, Uriah? So,
Oh, did I overhear him say he wants to cook?
yeah, you're there.
Yeah.
Guys, why don't we see if we're even allowed to cook in this area? Thinking
Oh,
back to the last wooded area with like herbivores and stuff, we weren't even allowed to light certain things. So maybe we should ask them permission.
I talked to Onks, and she said that if we went hunting or something, then as long as we use the body of whatever we hunted, it is okay. And I said that I would cook with it, and she said that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
But did she say we could start a fire?
She did
Yeah.
not. She did not.
So we should
maybe we
probably
should.
figure out how to cook.
Yeah.
We could dry age it. That'll take about a week. I mean, 3 weeks.
We don't
Are there any other people around?
You guys haven't done anything to find out.
I'm gonna roll
Let me
insight.
roll insight.
Okay.
I got a 20.
Eldon Allen is about 30 or so feet away, just resting up against the side of a tree.
Resting up.
Go
Oh, you go.
Okay, I was gonna go to ask him. So I went hunting, and I wish to cook the boar that I hunted, but we can't seem to start a fire because whenever we would light something, it would immediately go out.
Yes. Fire is only permitted by outsiders in our smoke ring. I will be happy to take you over there.
Yes, we would very much.
Okay. He escorts you guys further into the woods, and you actually come, as you're going through, the woods become less dense, and you actually see several different campsites. Just with, travelers having tents and things like that, it feels more like what you're used to seeing. And so he says, in this area, you would, be allowed to make fire.
Okay.
Another
And
question.
then do we just follow the same way back?
Oh, yes, I will be here to help you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Let's cook, guys.
What's your question?
Am I allowed to collect berries?
Yes.
Okay. So I would use animate pebble and just create that and then send it off to get berries.
Okay, what is Animate Pebble doing? Because Camtown needs to know.
See, I know what it is. I just pulled up. Animate pebbles. Caster can cause 1d12 pebbles to come together to form a tiny golem.
Okay.
It's 3 pebbles.
Okay. So, so you get you do that, and you form a little tiny golem. And it's no more than a foot tall.
That's fine.
And what do you want it to do?
To go collect berries.
Okay. How long does it last?
I just closed it. I wasn't smart.
2 rounds / the creativity score.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
So this, you would know, is something that isn't supposed to last long.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's something that is to be used for a specific purpose. But you feel that that it is more than the typical golem. So what do you want it to do? Go collect berries?
Yes.
Okay. It will go off into the woods, and after about 20 or 30 minutes, it'll come back, and it holds its hands up to you, and it has 8 berries. 4 of them have been smashed because, you know, it's not so dexterous.
Is 4 berries and 4
Hey.
smashed berries.
Well, hey, why don't we turn those 4 berries into maybe some sort of juice? We'll mash the rest of them and sort of use that as some, or maybe we'll use that as seasoning as we
Yeah, we
cook our.
could put it on. We could smash it up and put it on the meat.
Yeah, because we're gonna cook together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
why don't we do that? I also have berries on me, but I might need to go find some more later. These are starting to look a little stale, so we'll cut that out for today. But yeah, we'll just make some food.
Oh yeah. We need to roll alchemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Stitch, what are you doing?
Woo!
Stitch, what are you doing?
I'm sitting back as they prepare the berries and the meat, and I'm
28.
29. Nah.
Okay. So you guys are, one of you guys are preparing the meat. One of you guys might be preparing like the juice, the drink.
Oh wait, mine would be 28 without.
We're well, we decided to just like cook the meat together because
We were gonna do it together.
Yeah, we didn't have the.
We didn't have.
I didn't have berries good enough to make.
Okay.
Tea.
All right. So yeah, I mean, you cook it up pretty well. The smell permeates the air, and
yeah.
And,
hey, big and littles.
Yeah.
Chaho will come and start sniffing at it, you know, like that.
Yeah.
And Elder Nolan will actually perk up where he's sitting.
Yeah. Let's give some to the both of them.
Yeah, he's actually sitting in a tree.
I'll give him a bit, and then I'll give Chaho a bit.
Yes, please come eat with us.
Okay.
And I'll set aside plates for Wahuru.
And I'll come down get that plate that you set aside. I'll get some of that.
I'll set aside plates for Stitch and Matatopa, since Rasitlian's with us. Oh, and Kaliff. I'll set aside a plate for Kaliff, Matatopa, and Stitch.
All right. So yeah, we're all eating. Roll insight as Elden Allen eats.
I got a 21.
Yay! 12. 24.
23.
Okay. As he's eating, he doesn't lift the mask. He just puts it like right up to the mask, and then it almost dissolves. And you see his mouth, and you see he has very sharp fangs as he's eating the meat. But as soon as it leaves, the mask covers up again.
Wow. That's
I'm gonna
awesome.
ask him how he liked the food.
It is quite nice. I like the sweetness with the salt of the meat.
Yes, we decided to add some berries when we were cooking it to add a little bit of extra flavor.
Yes.
Interesting. I would encourage you guys to keep at it. You seem to work well together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big and little. Big and
So
little.
he's actually going to eat a portion of it, but then he's going to cut off a portion and say that my sister must partake of this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, I'd love if she had some.
All right. On the morrow, are you guys headed back into the city?
Yes.
Yes.
I believe so.
And what pray tell are you going to do in the city?
Well, I believe we will go ahead and try and talk to. I requested to talk to PEMDAS because I wanted to talk to Bloodstar while we were cooking. So Bloodstar, tomorrow I want to see if the request to talk to PEMDAS may actually happen or not. If someone, maybe an ambassador or himself, comes to talk to me, would you be there? I think that maybe if we show him something, we could potentially talk to Werelak.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So then I'll tell Eldon Allen, yeah, we plan to go back to the city to potentially talk to PEMDAS. I'm hoping that maybe once I talk to him and give him some information, we might be able to see if we can talk to Werelak Highhelm.
Lord Highhelm is often quite busy. What information do you have that he would be interested in?
Well, I will look over at the Bloodstar and say, it's him.
It's a halfling? He has seen halflings before.
No. Hey, Bloodstar, why don't you show him your band?
I'd show him the band.
Oh. You are touched?
Yes. I was touched by an earth elemental.
Then, He pauses for a moment. Everyone roll insight.
21.
Nat 12.
Wait, nighttime, right?
It is nighttime.
Let's go. 26.
27.
38.
Wow.
Okay. The fire goes out.
Oh.
And the you had set up the fire, you put the rings around it and all that stuff. All that's gone.
Whoa.
It's natural earth, and standing there is Onks.
Whoa.
Wait, wouldn't Onks have already known that I was touched? Because I had showed Valdenalen.
Did you show Valdenalen?
No, you just let her read your work.
Yeah.
No, but he said that's why it might be hard to read.
Yeah, because she tried to read my aura.
Oh no, I thought.
Didn't work,
I'm sorry. I thought that was out of game. You saying.
Yeah.
That's why. I didn't think you actually showed her.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, Ellen's mistake, but so this is her learning about it. So she's going to say, twice in one day, you bring surprises. I believe I am only aware of 2 other touched beings. Tomorrow, and she pauses. Yes, Very well. Tomorrow, Werelak will see you in your group.
Yeah.
So please enjoy the night. And in the morning, Elden Allen will escort you to the Lord's meeting hall.
Wow.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Thank you.
All right. And that is a good spot for us to finish for tonight.
Yeah.
So, questions. All right. Let's see. Stitch, what did you learn tonight?
I learned that I need to ask more direct questions, specifically about the Griffin Riders, and I learned that I need to talk to like soldiers, and also I found out that my my string is more powerful than I thought, and I could talk to people like religious scholars or priests and inquire about my bowstring, find out any history about that.
Okay. Who might you be able to speak with in the city about that?
I should have Pindos. I can talk to him about the Griffin Rider. That's someone who I thought about.
Okay. All right.
And then
hold on. I'm going to stop because I want to get to someone else, but those are good.
Okay.
Enough. Rasitlian, what did you learn tonight?
I learned about the past defender. I learned her name.
Okay, what else?
I learned that I'm in this forever, which is what I presumed, but now it's like really set in.
Okay. All right. Did you learn anything else?
That Stitch has daddy issues.
Wow.
Well, we already knew that. We knew that. Vandra, what did you learn tonight?
I learned that there are consequences for the decisions that I've made in the past.
Like what? What do you mean?
Like deciding to keep and stay with the demon horse for a very, very long time, because it's affected me before in other situations, and I feel like it was playing a role in today's session as well, in terms of meeting people, the aura that I was giving off, and the things that they were able to, I don't know, kind of see into Vandra. But I also learned that listening is a good skill, because instead of just jumping in there with words like I used to, I decided to kind of take some stuff in before I decided to talk. So I also learned that was a good thing to do.
Okay. Belac, what did you learn?
I learned many things. I learned that I do not have to communicate with anyone.
That agency in your text.
Hold on, I'm muting you, Mike, for a second. All right, Belac, what?
I learned that I do not necessarily need to be able to communicate with an animal in order to get to know it better.
You're falling off screen.
What?
Davey's falling off screen. Okay.
I learned out of game. I learned that elves wear masks when they're out in public.
Okay.
And I learned that in some cases, being touched can get you like recognized better.
Okay. All right. I'm unmuting you, Stitch. All right. There we go.
all right.
Okay. Guys, those were all good answers. You learned some of the stuff that I wanted you to learn tonight. I am going to, let's see. 1-2 Mike, 3-4 me, 5-6 Caleb, 7-8 Davey, 9-10 Uriah. 7. Okay, Davey, roll a d4 and be honest. All right, we got a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Job.
What?
So that's the EP for tonight, in addition to whatever else you guys gained. Cam Fam, thanks for sitting with us and listening to this episode, watching this episode of EverMore with EverLore. Again, you know, due to the Corona thing, we're sort of trying something new here, so we're doing our Zoom. So we're not live streaming as we usually do, but I do want to thank you for watching us. You can eventually follow us on twitch.tv/EverLore Game, but I would probably, you know, get to that when we're able to get back together. Yes, I see that hand waving over there. Hello. But also, hey, don't forget to check us out on Twitter, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at EverLore Game. And then lastly, just remember, no matter who you are, this game is for you.
See you, Cam Fam.
Have a good one, Cam Fam. Thanks you very much.
Bye.
We will see you next week.